Amazon FBA is not what everyone makes it out to be. As with any other business model, it is not perfect, and in this video I wanted to address some of the pros and cons of the Amazon FBA business model to make it clear for you guys if you guys are just starting out your Amazon FBA business. Let's go. What's up guys, and welcome back to the Prestige Amazon FBA YouTube family. If you guys are new here, welcome to the family. My name is Andy. I put out Amazon FBA content twice a week. I'm a multi-six-figure Amazon FBA seller, and I've been selling on the Amazon FBA platform as a private labeler for a few years now, so definitely welcome to the channel. If you guys are interested in Amazon FBA content, definitely consider subscribing as I release, again, 2 videos twice a week to hopefully help you guys out. But welcome to the family. If you guys are interested in a free 30-minute coaching call, definitely stay till the end of this video to find out how you can be entered into winning that. And if you guys are ever on Facebook, definitely check out the Prestige Amazon FBA Mastermind Facebook group. I'll leave a link down below to that in the description, or you can search Facebook Prestige Amazon FBA Mastermind. Definitely join. The community is active and growing every single day, so definitely check that out. So you're probably watching this video and you've probably seen other videos on YouTube saying how Amazon FBA private labeling is probably the best thing since sliced bread. It is a perfect business model, and it's a business model that basically just prints out money for you. I wanted to create this video just to set things straight for certain pros and cons that I feel aren't being truly represented by others on the YouTube channel, or their YouTube channels, and I wanted to address something just to clarify, what really is Amazon FBA private labeling, and it's not as easy as a lot of people think. With that said, I wanted to start off with the first con and get to the pros later. But the first con is exactly that. Amazon FBA is not as easy as people say it is. I hear this all the time, and I've watched YouTube videos on Amazon FBA for the last 4 years, and almost everybody they love to say that Amazon FBA is super easy and that anybody can do it. Yes, that is totally true. Absolutely anybody can do Amazon FBA. You need no skill sets in any way. You can definitely learn it. Anybody can definitely learn it. I take in all students from different backgrounds, from teaching backgrounds, and a lot of students that are still in school, so they definitely have no expertise in sales or marketing or anything like that. So absolutely anybody can do Amazon FBA, but it is not easy. There is no overnight success. You can't make $1 million on the next day. You can't make $100,000 on the next day. You can't make $10,000 on the next day. You can't make $1,000 on the next day. It is just not as easy as everybody is saying it is. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort. It is definitely a steep learning curve that takes a lot of work, especially in 2019 going into 2020. Amazon's terms of services and Amazon, just the overall gameplay of Amazon has changed drastically, and it changes, I would say, almost every single day. In terms of how to grow your business, how to rank your business, how to start your business, it definitely changes, I would say, on a weekly basis on average. So it is a never-ending learning process, and that is just how you succeed when starting an Amazon business. You have to constantly learn, constantly put in the effort. Yes, you can eventually get to the point where it's somewhat passive. You can work that 4-hour work week, but especially starting out, and especially when you're trying to scale your business, it is definitely not that easy. A second con of the Amazon FBA business model, as silly as it might sound, is that it takes money to make money. Now, I've seen, again, a lot of videos addressing this and saying that, you can start your Amazon FBA business, and this is specifically addressed to private label selling. And if you don't know what private labeling is, definitely check out one of my previous videos where I address this. But this is specifically geared towards private labeling. It definitely takes a larger investment than people think to start your Amazon FBA business. And recently, it's been getting a lot better. A lot of people putting out Amazon FBA content are saying that, it does take at least a few $1,000s to start your Amazon FBA private label brand. But in the past, I've heard people say like, you know, you can start your Amazon FBA business with $100, you can start with $200, and that's really not likely, especially in 2019 and going into 2020. It takes a lot more money just for ad spend and just to launch your product. So in my opinion, I recommend, you know, about $3,000 to $10,000 to start your Amazon business. Again, this also really depends on the type of product you sell. If you're sourcing a product for a quarter and you're buying 1,000 units up front, of course it's going to be a lot cheaper, but it's very rare that you do find things for a quarter now, especially if you're trying to sell at higher price points. But it does happen. Prove me wrong by all means. And this also varies. Again, I have a video on this as well. How much does it cost to start Amazon FBA? But it depends on how many units you buy up front. I highly recommend X amount of units. Definitely go check out that video for where I better explain this. But it doesn't cost, you know, just a few $100s in my opinion. You could potentially, and I've heard stories of this, of starting with very little capital. But when you're growing your brand, doing the marketing, creating websites, creating logos, doing all your packaging, creating a brand, it definitely costs a lot more money. And with all the Amazon fees that go into play, you definitely need to have a higher starting capital. And that takes me to the next con, which is Amazon FBA fees. If you didn't check out my last video, definitely check that out after this. I'll leave a direct link as soon as this video ends. But Amazon fees change constantly, and they are probably one of the most annoying things about Amazon, because it feels like Amazon is just pulling fees from here and there and wherever they can grab your money. But you definitely take this into account when you guys are doing your product research, calculating your profit margins before you get into a product, hopefully. But again, I go more in depth with the Amazon fees. There's fees from everything to just selling on the Amazon FBA platform to having your product moved around from fulfillment center to fulfillment center. But again, this is just something you have to take into account when you're calculating your profit margins. There's still a lot of money to be made by selling products on Amazon. Just be smart about the fees that you have to pay. Now I want to talk about the pros, and of course these are some of the biggest reasons why I personally chose to grow my Amazon FBA business and why I personally chose to focus primarily on my Amazon FBA business. The first pro is the freedom to be wherever and whenever I want. Amazon FBA allows you to work from wherever you want, and you know, wherever there's Wi-Fi, pretty much. A big thing and a big joke that my friends like to talk about when we are, you know, on vacation or just not home, just at a coffee shop or something like that, is we like to call Amazon FBA private labeling Wi-Fi money, because wherever there's Wi-Fi, we're able to work on our business, grow our business, manage anything that we need to do that involves our business, as long as there's Wi-Fi. So again, whether I'm at home, whether I'm working at a coffee shop, because if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I'm not addicted, but I love coffee. And you know, whether we're on vacation, we can be working on our business because there is Wi-Fi. You know, even if we're on a flight, we can be managing our inventory, managing, you know, basic customer service, contacting our suppliers. We can do that on a plane. As long as there's Wi-Fi, that's one of the beauties and one of the biggest freedoms of owning your own Amazon FBA business. You work as long as there's Wi-Fi, and you know, it just allows for so much freedom. Another pro of the Amazon FBA business model is it is a very rinse and repeat process. I've heard this time and time again, and this is one of the truths of Amazon FBA. It's very rinse and repeat, and which is why I love to teach this business model. And this is one of the reasons why I joined this business model. Once you've learned how things work, once you've learned the basic algorithm of Amazon, once you've learned what Amazon appreciates and is looking for in an ideal product, you can definitely repeat that for multiple products. So say you've launched one product with success and you know the game plan for that, the blueprint which led you to you know, constant sales, continuous sales, growth in sales. You can do that for another product. It's very rinse and repeat. Do the product research, and then just go ahead and launch the new product. Again, rinse and repeat. There's only so many business models that allow you to do this, and Amazon FBA private labeling is definitely one of them. Now that leads me to probably one of the biggest pros of Amazon FBA, and probably one of the biggest reasons that led me to scale my Amazon FBA business as quick as possible, and that is just the scalability of Amazon FBA private labeling while leveraging Amazon as a sales platform. Because of how automated Amazon is, meaning you don't have to pick and pack all of the items you ship, it gives you so much more time to focus on the scaling of your actual business. Because you have extra time and you're not shipping products yourself, you have actual time to go back into product research, launch more products, and again, one of the beauties is rinse and repeat, right? Amazon FBA is very rinse and repeat. You just continuously follow the cycle. So once you launch a product, scale it, it's stable, go back to doing product research, continuously launch products, and then scale. You can launch multiple products at the same time. It is a very beautiful business model because of how fast and the potential that you can scale your business. You guys, I've seen so many success stories, and for me personally, just leaving my 9-to-5 a few months ago, I've been able to grow my business so quick, and my trajectory for the beginning of next year, I personally cannot believe it. I don't disclose any of my numbers just quite yet, but I mean, it's been remarkable, and I've never seen such growth with anything that I've ever done in my life, which is one of the reasons why I love the Amazon FBA business model. And just to put this in perspective for you guys, and these are just average or even below average numbers at this point, but say you're able to launch a product that does $10,000 per month in revenue, and that product is stable, consistent, it's staying where it needs to be in terms of positioning and keyword positioning, but it's doing $10,000 in revenue per month, and let's say you're averaging about 30 to 40% in profits. Let's say 30%. So you're doing $3,000 in profit per month for one item. Now put yourself into the perspective of maybe a year or two later, and you've expanded your brand to have 10 products, doing an average of $10,000 revenue per month, and that's a total of $100,000 in revenue per month, meaning you have $30,000 in profit on a monthly basis for a year. Now I'll let you guys just soak that in, think about it. There's a lot of people working 9-to-5 jobs, and I was personally one of them, doing $30,000 on an annual basis. This is just one of the reasons why I have chosen the Amazon FBA business model, is that scaling potential. And again, it's not like you guys have to learn something new to continuously scale your business. Well, you kind of do. I lied. Amazon FBA, again, it's a constant learning process, and I'm learning something almost every single day, and it's just something you need to do to stay ahead in your business. So I highly wouldn't recommend you just take a course and launch your first product and then just stop learning from there. But it's just one of the beauties of Amazon FBA. The scaling potential is amazing, which is why so many people think it's a scam, but I mean, if you guys think it's a scam and you guys don't want to dive into it, that's totally fine. Like, more products for people that do want to take that risk and jump into the Amazon business. But scaling is amazing. But hopefully this video helped you guys out, gave you some clarity as to some of the pros and cons of Amazon FBA, especially private labeling. Again, my name is Andy. If you guys found that video helpful at all, definitely subscribe to the channel. I thank you guys again for staying till the end of this video. If you guys are interested in that free 30-minute coaching call, all you guys need to do is like this video, comment down below, #Prestige Amazon FBA, and again, subscribe to the channel. Again, I appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Happy holidays.